And Paul's mom got so scared. She was like, oh my gosh.
Stop, take it in and I breathe for a minute. I think too much when I'm alone.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jenny back at it again with another video. So as you can tell, Paul is not here today. And that is because last week I was not here. And that is because I was healing from my leg. But that's another different story. So back to what he did last week. He did like a prison break episode. So along with that, I'm going to do episode 2. So let's get into it. Okay. So basically it was kind of winter. And Paul and I were like, hey, like let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm down, yo, like. And so I was like planning it out and stuff, and let me tell you, like my planning it all out was so A1. Like I had every like scenario that could happen planned out and like a solution for it. But here's how the one that we did went. Basically, I was home and so was my stepmom, and it was like 10 maybe. So I was like, hey, like come over, pick me up, blah blah blah. So Paul and his dad went to my house. Mind you, Paul's parents knew, but mine did not. Well, my mom knew, kind of. She knew after. Anyways, so they went to my house and I was like, oh, I'm about to do this. But the front door of my house is like creaky, you know, from like over time and stuff. So they brought this like spray thing to like spray it so it wouldn't be as creaky. So at first I was gonna sneak out through my front door and just, you know, casual, whatever. But I was like, no, like they can come out at any time. Like I don't want to risk it. So we still did that even if like that was our last plan. But we also, okay, so I opened the door to like get pliers from Paul. And the pliers were to open my window from my room. So I went to my room, I locked my door, and then I started opening the window. But like mind you, I am not strong. So it was a challenge. And after like maybe 5 minutes, I opened like both of the latches and I opened my window. And as I opened my window, I was like, whoa, like I'm actually gonna do this, like yikes. So anyways, I opened my window and then Paul was there like recording me and stuff. And then so I got my computer and I turned on Spotify and like put the music kind of loud, so if someone would be like, hey Jenny or Jennifer, which is my real name, like it would sound as if I couldn't hear what they're like, if they were calling me. So I turned it up and then I locked my door, and my door, it's unlockable. Like it's not a key lock, it's like a little, like you can unlock it with like your finger basically, but no one really does that in my house, so I'm good, right? So I go out the window, and mind you, like Paul's still recording me, and he might insert a clip right here of me getting out of the window. Basically after that I went to McDonald's and got a shake because that's my home place. I love it so much. Please sponsor me, thank you. So after that, after Jack in the Box, I think I said McDonald's, but I meant Jack in the Box because that's my home place. Oh, I love it. Okay, so after Jack in the Box, we went to Paul's house, and okay, so Paul's dad knew, but not Paul's mom. So I came in the living room and she was in her room, which is like farther back, and she came out and she was like, what are you doing here? Like, does your dad know? And I was like, so I was just like looking at her and I was like, I don't know what to say. And then finally she was like, just tell me, blah blah blah. So I told her what happened and she was like, okay, that's fine, but like you have to understand that like what if your dad finds out, he's gonna be worried and he's not gonna let you back over here. So I was like, I don't get caught, like I'm a rebel, you know. So we went along with the night, and literally the whole night I was performing concerts because like got a feeling that I'm going under, signing up to be the newest artist. Anyways, so we were doing that, and then Paul started to get tired, and I was like, what do you mean you're tired? Like, I'm not. Like, I'm lit. So he was getting tired, and he was like falling asleep, and he was on his bed, and I was on the floor to like relaxing and stuff, because my phone was charging on the floor. And so since he was getting tired, and like the mood around me was like a tired environment, you know, I started to get tired, so I fell asleep in here, and I woke up, and his dad was just like standing over us. And I was like, oh my god, like that is so scary. But anyway, so I woke up. I went to his mom's room and slept with his mom. But here's the catch. So I snuck out, and then I had to be home by a certain time to get picked up to go to church. So like this whole time I'm like, I have to pick up at this certain time, I have to leave by this certain time, I have to be in my window in my house by this certain time. So my alarm went off, and Paul's mom got so scared. She was like, oh my gosh. I was like, you need to calm down, like, it's okay. But anyways, so after that, I woke up Paul's dad, and I was like, hey, can you take me home? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I woke up Paul, and then we all went to my house, and mind you, like, I had to go through the window again, and it's winter time, so it's pretty cold, and the window sill is really cold because it's like metal and stuff. Whew. So I went through the window, and the Spotify is turned off, and I was like, okay. And so I look at my door, and it's locked still, so I'm like, okay, that's good. And then I go outside in like the hallway, and like everything's normal, like whatever, it's fine. So I go back to my room, get ready, and mind you, like, I probably had 2 to 3 hours of sleep the whole time. So I was super tired, so I got ready, and I laid back on my bed, which is like comforting, you know, and I fell asleep. And my ride was at my house at like 9, and they texted me, they were calling me and stuff, and I was passed out. Like, I was passed out. So at 9:30, I like woke up, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, because I feel bad like making people wait for me and stuff, so I was really like, oh my gosh. But I didn't want to say like, oh, sorry, I was sleeping, you know, so I was like, oh, sorry, I was pooping. So that is my story of sneaking out. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know this story isn't like super exciting and like nerve-wracking, but it is a Prison Break part 2. So to hear more Prison Break stories, subscribe and turn our post notifications on. Also, make sure to stay tuned for next week's video. We're going to do a super great challenge. And also, make sure to follow our linked social medias down below in the description. Bye! Love you guys all so freaking much.
Take any more. I'm saying, baby, please have mercy on me.